Boston is running out of room to house migrants, and one Democrat city council member wants residents in the suburbs to start taking them in. She says Dedham, Wellesley, Brookline, cities and towns that have so much more resources than the city of Boston, people who actually have more financial support, we need to do everything in our power to make sure that we are setting them up for success, or whatever success looks like. I think everyone should be opening up their doors because this is a shared responsibility.
It's a shared what? Responsibility. Do you remember during the COVID-19 pandemic, they were actually using this propaganda tool? If you don't take the prick against your liberty of conscience, you don't love your neighbor. Do we not see it's something very similar? It's our response. It's not my responsibility. It's not mine. Clip 2. Watch this.
Grace Curley lives in a Boston suburb and is the host of the Grace Curley Show. And she joins us now. Grace, great to have you here. If I'm a resident of Wellesley, Dedham, or Brookline, I'm thinking, since when does your horrible sanctuary city policy, Councilwoman Mejia, create a responsibility for me? What say you, Grace?
I agree. And when we saw this happening in Martha's Vineyard, it didn't go well. That was in 2022. Martha's Vineyard, home to John Kerry and Barack Obama, when they received 50 migrants from Ron DeSantis, they brought in the National Guard. So this isn't going to be a kumbaya moment. This is probably going to create a lot of issues, and there's going to be a lot of unhappy people out there.
All right.
Yeah, and this is
So we see the hypocrisy. Yes, let's care for the migrants, bring them to your home, but don't ship them to our vineyard or Martha's Vineyard community. Don't bring them here. Hypocrisy. It is a conspiracy. Next.
Or is open.
My concern with that, you're basically opening your doors to an unvetted stranger on the one hand, and secondarily, you're normalizing illegality. So even though you think you're doing something magnanimous, I think it's a bad thing for our country. I want to get your thoughts.
Agree. You are bringing into your home unvetted individuals just because the government says it's your responsibility, it's your duty as a citizen. Oh, love your neighbor. Do not care for the poor. Were you not once in a similar situation? Propaganda, deception. And we're also indirectly teaching people it's okay to break civil laws. Then by extension, we're teaching people it's okay to violate, desecrate God's moral law, 10 Commandments.